Will The Rock show up at WWE Saturday Night's main event? Teddy Long gets honored. Finn Balor goes wild celebrating Joe Hendry calls Punk best. Braun Strowman wants movie role. Did WWE spoils Bianca's return? WrestleBuzz is back with another wrestling news video. Today we have a lot to talk about, but before that, make sure to subscribe to WrestleBuzz for more wrestling news video. Let's get back to the news. Will The Rock show up at WWE Saturday Night's main event? With WWE Saturday Night's main event right around the corner, excitement is building fast. The card is loaded with big names, and yes, John Cena is making his return to take on R-Truth in what's expected to be a wild non-title showdown. But whenever Cena shows up, there's always one big question in the air. Could The Rock also return? It's a fair question. After all, back at Bad Blood 2024, The Rock made a surprise appearance that had the entire wrestling world buzzing. So fans can't help but dream, could he do it again this weekend? Here's the truth. Don't count on it. The Rock hasn't been on WWE TV since the 2025 Elimination Chamber Premium Live event. While there were whispers that he might show up at WrestleMania 41, it never happened. He later cleared the air, saying he didn't want to steal the spotlight from John Cena, who made history by winning his 17th World Championship, breaking Ric Flair's long-standing record. As for now, The Rock has his plate completely full outside the ring. He's deeply involved in Hollywood projects, and according to Deadline, he's currently starring in a new thriller under the A2A banner. That's a big commitment. And earlier this year, when The Rock spoke to Pat McAfee, he was upfront about his scheduling issues. He said that he had already voiced his date conflicts to WWE, and that returning soon just wasn't realistic. So, as much as people want the final boss to show up out of nowhere and electrify the arena, the chances of that happening at Saturday Night's main event 2025 are basically zero. Still, with Cena in the building and a packed card ahead, anything can happen in WWE. Just don't hold your breath for The Rock this time. Teddy Long gets honored at the ICW FanFest 3, held during the same weekend as WWE Backlash 2025. The longtime WWE manager and Hall of Famer was honored with the Lifetime Achievement Award by the St. Louis Wrestling Hall of Fame. The award was handed to him by none other than Jerry Briscoe, a wrestling veteran in his own right, making the moment even more special for Long. It wasn't just a trophy, it was a celebration of decades of hard work, loyalty, and passion for the business. Now, Teddy Long has been around the ring for over 40 years. He's gone from putting up rings and reffing matches to running SmackDown as the general manager, making unforgettable calls like Holla Holla, tag team matches, and even sending superstars one-on-one with The Undertaker. But even after all this time, the respect he's earned continues to grow. After receiving the award, Teddy spoke on the Wrestling Time Machine podcast with Mac Davis, where he took a moment to reflect on his journey. He gave a heartfelt shout out to veteran wrestling journalist Bill Apter, someone who's been around just as long and seen Teddy's rise from the very beginning. Teddy said, "Hey, thank you, and also Bill Apter. Him and I, we go way back. I first met Bill when I started refereeing, putting up the ring and taking the ring down. It's been 40 years ago. Thank God that we're still alive and we're able to be here among each other. So, Bill, thank you for all your help during my career. Thank you for everything. And Mac, thank you so much for putting stuff together and making it all happen for us." That's a powerful quote from someone who's seen it all in the wrestling business. Even though Teddy Long isn't an active part of WWE programming these days, he's still very much part of the company's legacy. He pops up from time to time during special events like Legends Night, draft episodes, Hall of Fame weekends, and even WrestleMania appearances. And when he does, the crowd always lights up. Teddy Long's latest honor just goes to show that respect in this industry isn't just about titles or main events, it's about impact, consistency, and being real with people for decades. Finn Balor goes wild celebrating Finn Balor had more than one reason to celebrate this week. Not just in the WWE ring, but on the soccer pitch too. The Judgment Day member was in attendance for a historic moment as his favorite football club, Tottenham Hotspur, won the 2025 UEFA Europa League. Spurs pulled off a tight 1-0 victory over Manchester United in the final, held at San Mamés Stadium in Bilbao, and Balor was there to witness it live. A proud fan of the North London club, Balor took to Instagram shortly after the win to post a one-word message that said it all. "Coys are Spurs official." Coys, of course, stands for "Come on you Spurs," and the trophy emoji told the rest of the story. Pure joy. This win means a lot for Spurs fans, who've waited years for a major European trophy. And for Balor, who's followed the team through thick and thin, it was a massive moment of pride. In the wrestling world, Balor is still locked in a heated storyline with Dominic Mysterio, who beat him at WrestleMania 41 to win the WWE Intercontinental Championship. But Balor isn't exactly staying quiet in the ring. Just this week on Raw, he teamed up with JD McDonough to beat AJ Styles and Penta in tag action, getting a bit of momentum back. But outside the ropes, it was all smiles for Balor as his team brought home European gold. Joe Hendry calls Punk best photos surfaced showing the current TNA World Champion alongside Punk and 52-year-old wrestling veteran Ace Steel. Whether they were training together or just sharing a moment, the image had fans buzzing, especially with how closely TNA and WWE have been working together lately. In 2025, Hendry has been on an absolute roll. After capturing the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, he made his way into WWE territory, showing up in the Royal Rumble, facing Randy Orton at WrestleMania 41, and now diving headfirst into a feud with Trick Williams on NXT. So when fans saw Hendry and Punk side by side, it raised a lot of eyebrows. But Hendry kept his message short and simple. He posted, "Learning from the best." It's a big nod to CM Punk, who's been making quiet but powerful moves since returning to WWE. And with Ace Steel, Punk's longtime friend and mentor, in the mix too, it feels like a passing of knowledge moment. With TNA and WWE's partnership continuing to grow, these kinds of crossovers might become the new normal, and Hendry linking up with legends like Punk and Steel could mean even bigger things ahead for him. Braun Strowman, once movie role the former Universal Champion, took to social media to share his interest in joining the cast of the upcoming live-action Street Fighter movie, and he already knows which character he wants to play. "I volunteer as a tribute to be Zangief," wrote Strowman in a reply to a post from IGN. Zangief is one of the most iconic Street Fighter characters, a massive, mohawked Russian wrestler who fights with brute power and spinning pile drivers. If there's anyone who looks like he could step right into that role, it's definitely the monster of all monsters. IGN had shared a tweet revealing that some massive names were being considered for the movie's cast, including Roman Reigns, Jason Momoa, Noah Centineo, and Andrew Koji. The post specifically linked Roman to the role of Akuma, a fierce fighter and the younger brother of Guken in the Street Fighter universe. Strowman throwing his name into the mix adds a new layer of excitement for fans, especially since his wrestling future is still unclear. After returning to WWE in 2022 under Triple H's creative direction, many thought Braun was back for the long haul, but following his recent release alongside stars like Dakota Kai, Shayna Baszler, and Cora Jade, it looks like he's ready to explore new paths, and Hollywood might be next. Whether or not the casting directors are listening, one thing's for sure: Braun is serious about stepping into new territory, and he's not being shy about it. Did WWE spoils Bianca's return? The last time we saw the EST of WWE, it was a heartbreaking moment. At WrestleMania 41, she not only lost a high-stakes triple threat title match, but also suffered a legitimate finger injury during the match. That loss officially ended her undefeated WrestleMania streak, and she's been off WWE programming ever since to recover. But now, her name has popped up in an unexpected place: WWE's own website. In the event details for this week's upcoming episode of Friday Night SmackDown, WWE listed Bianca Belair as one of the advertised stars. That one line might have just given away her return, which the company hasn't confirmed anywhere else yet. It would be a smart time for Belair to return, especially with Money in the Bank just around the corner. The company is currently stacking both Raw and SmackDown with qualifying matches for the iconic ladder bouts, and Belair could slide right into that mix. She's never won the women's Money in the Bank match, and this could be her shot to step back into the title picture in a big way, briefcase in hand. Another possibility, WWE could steer her into the ongoing feud between Jade Cargill and Naomi. Belair was originally rumored to be part of that storyline heading into WrestleMania 41, but the company has kept her out of it since. Now might finally be the time she's thrown into the fire. Some fans are even speculating that Bianca could shock everyone by turning heel and aligning with Naomi to take down Cargill, a twist that would completely shake up the dynamic of the women's division and possibly revisit the tag team chemistry that had been building earlier in the year. Either way, whether it's Money in the Bank glory or a major storyline shift, Belair's name being listed is no small slip-up. WWE may have just spoiled a huge moment, and all eyes will be on SmackDown to see if it really happens. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and share the video, and drop your thoughts and subscribe for more wrestling news, and WrestleBuzz will be back soon.